to Iowa Speedway, qualifying underway for the 911 Fleet Services.com Cup Series race. As you watch playoff contender Mike Edwards in the 14, making his way around the track. Red front splitter, red windshield banner, red spoiler, indicating he is in the playoffs. First car 2 set a lap time. 24.22. Immediately beat by his teammate, who is then beat by Peter Therio. Therio not in the playoffs, despite still having the banners on. I think he was too heartbroken to take them off. So whenever you see the 30 tonight, not in the playoffs. Edwards' second lap goes back to the top of the charts. 23.86 for Edwards on his second lap. Therio clocks in second, smacks the wall. Ethan Evers third in the 8 machine. Lilith Peters still in the playoffs, clocks in second. Ian Montrose still fighting for a title despite not having his banners on. They just like to throw curveballs at me. Jay Richter goes third quick. Cody Cleaver, first lap put him 8th. He's going to slide across the line. As a result, that lap will not go in. He will stay 9th. Vasquez qualifies 10th. Talmadge jumps up to 4th. Talmadge picks up on lap number 2, jumps all the way up to 2nd. Moves Jay Richter out of 3rd. That's what I was going to do. I was going to change that giveaway. I knew I was working on something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Dang it, Bobber. Now we got nobody on track. Thomas Green. There he is. First lap, bottom of the timing charts. Let's see where he picks up on lap 2. 23.91. Should put him ahead of Jay Richter, and Jay Richter falls to 6th. You know the car is faster if you don't slide it, right, Cody? "23 cars here tonight. 11 of them have decided they want to be at the back of the pack, which means more than half of them won't be at the back of the pack. Kind of how things work. The 11 that have not put a lap time down will be lined up by their I rating. Should be entertaining. So I'm going to put Evan Clapper and Harry Grandel as two of the top cars, 13th and 14th. Try to decipher out where everybody will end up starting. It's like the back of the pack will be Scott Elston, Tyler Stillwell, Jeremy Scherer. 20 seconds left in qualifying. Mike Edwards is going to be your pole sitter. Let's see if we can have a chat with Mr. Michael.
Oh my god!
Right? What the hell, Mike? You got the pole.
Yeah, I don't know. What the hell?
What the hell? Where did that come
I don't
from?
know. I thought Green or Giglio was going to get me.
Yeah, Green, Talmadge, Giglio, and all had a lot of speed in practice. And then, you know, this Michael guy comes out here and beats them all. Says, fuck you, my pole.
Yeah, and I got more long run speed than anything here, so probably going to fall back from the start, but we'll see. Let everybody crash out first.
Be like, let's have a wreck that starts in second and just takes everyone behind you out, right?
Yeah, here you go. But one of the very few tracks I'm good on long run pace. You know that's kind of rare.
It's very rare for you. You love to burn up your tires. It's like the thing that you do.
Yeah, 4 years straight now.
All right, now
Been known to do that.
let's quit talking to the TV guy and get the damn car on track.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Be nice to be able to show the pole
Happy?
sitter. You know, there we go. Thank goodness.
There.
Okay, well, good luck. Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Having some fun with Mikey. Let's run through our starting lineup presented by our friends at Labor 12. Labor 12 starting lineup presented by Labor 12. Who would have thunk? Mike Edwards on the pole in a Fort Worth Green Low Gains Labor 12 Elite car. Jarrett Talmadge in the K1 Race Gear Chevy starts in second. Blake Giglio's Ally Chevrolet starts in third. Thomas Green, the Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet starts in fourth. Lothar Peters, Luna Steak Sauce Chevy starts fifth. Jay Richter, the Fort Worth Green KVRP Chevy starts 16th. Sixth. Peter Terrio, the Schweppes Ginger Ale Chevy starts seventh. Ethan Evers Dockside Ride Chevy starts eighth. Ian Montrose, the KVRP Fort Worth Green Chevy in ninth. Alec Hendricks in his Ford Mustang starts 10th. Cody Cleaver in his Till Valhalla Project Chevy in 11th spot. Brandon Vasquez in his Mustang starts in 12th. Evan Clapper Piedmont Airlines Chevy starts 13th. Harry Grindell Kamikaze Toyota starts 14th. Jeremy Clapper Newell in what can only be described as a number 99 car for Daniel Suarez. He'll start in the 15th spot. Frank Hughes doesn't seem to be out on track, so Cliff Mullins will start in 17th. Daniel Wallen in 18th. Labor 12 Chevy. J.R. Deal, the Ghost Crew Ford in 19th. Don Ribachak, his 13 Chevy in 20th. Jeremy Scher, his Rudolph Christmas car 21st. Tyler Stillwell in the 46 Ford. He'll start in 22nd. Scott Elston in the Eagles Blame Quinn Newton Chevrolet. He'll start in 23rd. So with the 61 not on track, that looks like 22 cars officially ready to start this one. What is up, Dustin? Hello. Field on their second of two pace laps, working on the back stretch here. Thankfully, they gave us 2 pace laps to get through all that starting lineup. How nice of them. Opening round of the round of 8 for the Cup Series. Drivers will have 2 races to try to make the final 4. Win and you are in. 2 drivers will point in at least. Could be up to 4. Pace car is off, and here we go. Mike Edwards, Jarrett Talmadge leading us into turn 1. Well-timed Cody. Very well-timed. Field races off into turn 1 at Iowa. Edwards down across the bumps on the inside lane. Everyone tiptoes for a lap or 2 to figure out how these cars get across these bumps, or else we could be under caution quite a lot. 118 laps here tonight because, well, Ethan's weird and does such things like that. Maybe he's a Kyle Busch fan. Although I know Kyle's not in the 18 anymore. He is still in the 8. So it works. All I'm thinking about, man, you junior fans must be really upset that Kyle Busch is driving the 8 car. Never thought of that till just now. Out front, top 2 in practice, Talmadge and the 3 of Thomas Green. A little bit further back, we got some 3 wide action as Peter Therio putting the 1 and 0-2 in a 3 wide situation. 30 has the red banners, not in the playoff. The 1 doesn't have the red banners, but is in the playoffs as they race one another. Perfectly not confusing. The 1 to 8, the 14 and the 2 for Delta Prime, all still in playoff contention. Oh, that Ribachak just smacked the wall hard coming out of turn number 2. 13 car is junked on that right side. He's probably going to have to trail to the pit lane to stay green. 13 making his way to the pit lane, just destroyed the right front on that car. Battle for the lead, Thomas Green trying to use the low line to get it away from Talmadge. Talmadge on that very, very strong high line. Now this time uses the middle line through 3 and 4. Appreciate it, Cody. That doesn't show up on my main screen, so I always forget. Edwards 3rd, Giglio 4th, Peters 5th. For the top 5 in contention for a title here. And you have Montrose, Therio, Evers, Richter, Cody Cleaver. It's like Peter's out of shape in the 0-1. Locks it down, but it's going to go to the back of the pack. Only ahead of Reberchuk now. So at least Lilith saved the race car, but a ton of track position lost. I'll have to try and claw back into the points. It's like Giglio really putting the pressure on Edwards. And then Therio and Montrose battle. Therio gets around Montrose. Now Ethan Evers closing in on his teammate. Kevin Clapper trying to put a move on Alec Andrix. Again, Clapper looking to the inside, but not quite able to make the move there out of 4. Gets right to the bumper of the 12. Harry Gradell battling the 20 of Brandon Vasquez. Harry still in those playoff hunt. Currently in the 12th spot. Harry unfortunately had a time change overseas and got his times confused on last night's race and really hurt him in the Xfinity standings. So Cup Series going to have to be where he shifts his focus, I do believe, unless he's able to win next week in Xfinity. Like Clapper trying again on Andrix. Gets to the inside as they cross the start-finish line. Going to try to take the inside line in the 1. Very bumpy down there. Have to be careful. So he slides up the track as he gets over those bumps. The back end starts to step out. Clapper, good job saving that race car. Going to lose ground to Andrix. 3 and 4 much smoother in all 3 lanes. Turns 1 and 2 very bumpy on the high and low side. Go through the middle, you avoid the bumps. But there is time to be gained if you can find a way over those bumps safely. And we get our first caution. Like Tyler Stillwell in the 46. Go around on the front stretch all by himself. Lilith Peters goes by while the car is all out of whack to trigger the caution. Tyler Stillwell self-spin on lap 14 brings out the caution. Lilith Peters probably quite excited about that. Sits in 20th. Now can start working her way back forward. Harry Gundrell is 12th. You have Cody Cleaver in 8th, Ethan Evers 7th, Ian Montrose 6th. You have Mike Edwards 3rd, Thomas Green 2nd, Jared Tomich 1st. That's how our 8 playoff drivers are. No, sir, Cody. 118 is an even number. The stage at lap 59, that is an odd number. It's like all lead lap cars except for Clapper Newell make their way onto the pit lane. I say that, but I think Mike Edwards has also stayed out. So Edwards and Clapper Newell stay out. Everyone else hits the pit lane. It's like fuel stops for a majority of these front runners. Green, Talmadge, Giglio, Montrose, Therio, Evers, Cleaver, Richter, Grindel, Vasquez, Beal. All fuel stops. Then you have 8-second stop for Cliff. That could be 2 tires. Llewellyn could be 2 tires, but I doubt it. I think their fuel is, well, just a longer stop. Peters fuel. Scherer fuel. Andrix 14.3 took on a set of 4 tires for the 12 car. Reberchuk had that visit to the pit lane early on. Scored as the only car off the lead lap. Reberchuk got the wave around. Tyler Stillwell brought out our caution. He came down 4 tires. Scott Elston 17 seconds on the pit lane. Not sure what Scott did. Could be some damage repair. Could be he was just chilling on the pit lane. Wanted to go to the back. Then there is Evan Clapper in the 44. 27-second stop for the Clapper Chevy. There's 2 Clappers in this race. The 44 and the 99, both Clappers. Let's see what Michael's thinking here. Michael, DG got copy?
Hi.
Well, you and the 99, the only ones to stay out. What's the strategy play here?
I have no idea.
You were just like, I don't need to pit yet, and then everyone else came in anyway?
Yeah, pretty much. If we get one more quick caution, they can make stage, and tire wear is not a problem so far. I don't know. We're just going with the flow.
10-4. We'll enjoy it while it lasts, and we'll see how it works out for you.
Yeah, thank you.
See if the 99's hanging out. Don't see him. Let's grab the 36, which is the... Not 36, but whatever Tyler Stillwell's in tonight, 46. Tyler, DG, got a copy? Hello. Tyler. 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 Well, 18th place Tyler Stillwell does not want to talk to us. Put him back in his Blockbuster chat so he can sit there alone and think about what he's done. I was just going to ask him what happened to his car coming off turn 4. Maybe he got loose. Maybe he was reaching for a bag of Cheerios. Who knows? Lights are out on the pace car. We're getting set for the restart at the end of this lap. $18 down, 100 to go. Dang it, Tyler. We have the wrong mic selected. Oh, the 3 just reappeared inside the 99. That was scary. Pace car's off. Green flag back in the air as Edwards wastes no time getting back on the accelerator. Talmadge is going to take advantage, get to the outside of the 99. Montrose just about pushed the 91 all the way into the corner. Edwards is checked out already. Talmadge going to take second from the high line. Now Ian Montrose trying to follow through to third as he works the outside of the 99 car. Remember, all the cars up towards the front did not take tires. First set of tires is, looks like Stillwell, back in 17th. 99 stayed out, didn't even take fuel. Neither did the 14. All these other cars came down, topped off the tank. They'll have an extra 15 to 16 laps over Edwards and the 99 of Jeremy Clapper Duel. Talmadge tails in a second. Montrose third. Giglio closing in on that battle for third. A couple of Chevrolets doing battle. Giglio's going to charge the inside of turn 3. He saw him do that a lot last night. And Evers around the outside of the 99 of Clapper Duel. That's the battle for 6th. Peter Therio thought might make it 3 wide there for a moment. Almost stuck that green Schweppes car right through the middle. Decides to follow Ethan around the outside. Ethan ought to be able to clear the 99 here. Now Therio trying to do the same. Ethan drops to the bottom. That might give Therio the opportunity to pounce, but not quite. See the 2 of Cleaver. Trying to work past the 99, move up into 8th. Therio having a bit of a blink. Things all the same up front. Edwards, Talmadge, Montrose, Giglio, and Green. You have this battle from 6th to 10th, including 3 of our playoff drivers, Ethan Evers, Cody Cleaver, and Harry Grindell. Oh my gosh, he almost went 4 wide back there. Things outside the top 10 getting a little sketchy. Llewellyn, the 0-2 of Richter, the 0-1 of Peters. Peters trying to rebound. Going for a spin. Peters back up to 11th, knocking on the door for some of those halfway stage points. We're going to go 3 wide as Andrix inside of Evan Clapper. Evan Clapper inside the 23 of Llewellyn. JR Deal was at the top outside Llewellyn, so briefly we were 4 wide there. Tyler Stillwell going to go around for a spin again. 46 loses it off of turn number 2. Action is wild back here. Evers and Therio still trying to settle that 6th spot. Now Cleaver looks inside Therio. It's like Stillwell onto the pit lane. It says ugh in chat. Therio inside Evers once again. See if he can slide up and clear the 8 this time. And that he will do. Peter Therio takes over 6th. Drops Ethan to 7th. Harry Grindell now on the back of the Dockside Ride Chevy. Up front, it's still Edwards, then Talmadge, Blake Giglio, Montrose, Thomas Green. And you got about a second back to Therio. Sherman Clapper Newell in a fight with Lilith Peters for the last spot in the top 10. Clapper Newell's not been to pit road at all. Several other cars have been down and taken fuel only. Harry Grindell looking inside Ethan Evers. Not quite able to get alongside. Peters and the 99 of Clapper Newell still battle. Andrix is closed in the 12. Check in further back. See Brandon Vasquez, Daniel Llewellyn. Cliff Mullins hitting the wall there in turn 4. J.R. Deal, Scott Elston, Jeremy Scherer. Peters out of shape again on the inside of turn number 2. The 0-1 car just not able to get down the power safely coming off of turn number 2 as she falls to 12th. We'll have to try to get back into the top 10 once again. Was battling Cleaver for the 9th spot. Talmadge under attack from Blake Giglio for the 2nd spot. Blake's gotten to his inside. Blake tries to maintain in 1 and 2, and then really charges entry on turn 3 is what I was watching him do last night. Look at that entry he gets into 3. Can use that, body the car up in front of him, and kind of park it, keep Talmadge from getting to his inside, and Blake will take over 2nd. Blake's really mastered how to get position in turn 3 and 4. So Giglio up to second and looking for more as he closes in on Edwards. Giglio, Talmadge, Montrose. A bit of a gap to Thomas Green. Then you have Therio, then Ethan Evers, Harry Grindell, 7th and 8th. Andrix now 9th, Cody Cleaver in 10th. As Cleaver's fallen back a couple spots. You have Peters battling the 99 all over again. She tries to rebound from a second incident in turn 2. Not nearly as bad as the first one. Jay Richter nearly hit the wall coming out of 4, able to not, but gets passed by the 44 of Evan Clapper, drops back to 14th. Peters finally clears the 99 for the second time. Hendricks now working on the inside of Harry Grindell. Gets out of shape coming out of 4. You saw the back end of that Mustang kick out. Evers runs the middle. Harry joins him. Hendricks running that low line across those bumps. 3-car of Green having a connection issue. Momentarily moves everyone up. But if he reappears, it'll shoot him back up the timing order as Ethan Evers has a horrible exit of turn number 4. That'll cost him 2 spots. Harry Grindell and Andrix go around the outside. Ethan just hit the wall coming out of 2. That may lose him another spot to his teammate Cleaver. Cleaver, though, wanting the high line. Lilith Peters is back in the top 10, back into the stage points. Blake Giglio battling Mike Edwards for the lead. Edwards seems to have let him go. Down in 1 and 2 and gets right to the back of Blake's bumper. Blake not in the playoffs, as he has been busy in the early part of the season on Wednesday nights. So he's just here for race wins. Mike Edwards leading the playoff contention in second. Talmadge, the second playoff car, is third. Montrose, the third playoff car, is fourth. Then you have Harry Grindell, the fourth playoff car, in 7th. Cleaver in 8th. Ethan Evers 9th. Lilith Peters 10th. And Thomas Green has vanished from the race. It's like Thomas Green's connection has completely failed. Thomas was one of the top 2 in points coming in. Now he scored 21st. Tough break for Thomas, always fast, just having connection issues. So we'll say it is a car failure, because that's more RP-like. Edwards now under attack from Jarrett Talmadge. Thomas Green reporting in blue screen. Followed by a profanity-laden F-word, which may or may not have been fuck. Talmadge's teammate working over Edwards on the inside line. Not quite able to get the power down off of 4. He'll have to try again. Cody giving the yeet for the blue screen. Someone's heading to the pit lane. See if we can pick up, I think it was the 13. Riberchuk down in 20th. 40 laps since he'd been to the pit lane. He decided to come back now. Don't see any damage. Doesn't look like he got up into the wall and had to come. Vasquez back here getting by Richter for 13th. Evers and Peters was a short battle. Peters gets by Evers. Coming out of 3 and 4. Ethan's going to try and send it back up the inside. Just ahead of them, you have Cleaver and Grindell battling. About 12 laps away from giving out those stage points. Harry Grindell hits the outside wall coming out of 2. It's going to let Cleaver try again to hold on to the position. Cleaver 7th, Grindell 8th. Jarrett Talmadge finally completes the pass on Edwards. Talmadge now the highest running playoff car. Get to the line, and we will be 10 laps away from giving out 10 points to the leader at the stage, halfway stage. 1 point to 10th. A beautiful linear sliding scale in between. Cleaver's been able to get around Therio. Grindel's trying to do the same. Lilith Peters, Ethan Evers, all those drivers trying to get playoff points here. Just about everybody on your screen except that green car is in the playoffs. I know he's got the banners, but I think he forgot to take them off after a disappointing week last week. Like Giglio all by himself, almost 2 seconds over Talmadge. Talmadge about a full second over Edwards. Edwards a full second over Andrix. So very spread out in the top 4. Then you have Montrose, Cleaver, and Grindel battling Therio. Peter's probably hoping her teammate will drop back a bit. Let her get an extra point. And Ethan Evers' last car in the top 10. Like Reberchuk has retired from the race. We'll join Thomas Green and Tyler Stillwell in the garage. It's like Vasquez trying to take away the 11th spot from Clapper Newell. Cody Cleaver reeling in teammate Montrose. 2 cars found some late run speed. Most of these cars, 39 laps since they've been to the pit lane. Mike Edwards said it was going to be close to him making it. So he's probably clutching quite a lot. It sounds like the car's not even on there. Let's see if he's letting off early and trying to make it. Yeah, listen to him clutch it. That car is completely off, going through 1 and 2. Edwards trying to make it to the stage before he has to pit. Here I'm using very little throttle. Go on board the 14 car. It's so eerie to hear it so quiet through the corner. And are we about to see green flag stops? Andrix closing in for that 3rd spot. Edwards trying to get as many of those points at stage as he can. Already knows Jarrett Talmadge is ahead of him. We've got cars pitting. Evan Clapper and Jeremy Clapper Newell both coming to the pit lane. It's going to be close for the 14 of Edwards. Looks like he's going to let Andrix go. Final lap of the stage. Just check in on Blake. Giglio across the line will pick up the 10 points, even though he's not in the championship hunt. Still gets the points. It's like Mike Edwards had to bring it to the pit lane. And I don't think he's going to get stage points. No, he does not. So Giglio, Talmadge, Andrix, Cleaver, Montrose, Harry Grindel, Lilith Peters, Ethan Evers, Peter Therio, and Brendan Vasquez pick up stage points as Edwards does not get any. Did not make that gamble work. Came up 1 lap short, had to come to the pit lane. Edwards pits under green. That means he will be dangerously close to making it the rest of the race. Blake leads now by 3 seconds over Talmadge. Talmadge 3 seconds over Hendricks, with Edwards having to pit. Cody Cleaver now 4th, Montrose 5th, Grindel, Peters, Evers, Therio, and Vasquez your top 10. Then Elston, Richter, Cliff Mullins, Daniel Llewellyn as Jeremy Scherer hits the pit lane. See the 9 of J.R. Deal. He still needs to come to the pit road as well. Scherer on the pit lane. Edwards on and off the pit lane. 17th, third car a lap down, so he definitely needs this race to stay green. Get this hydrate in here. Thanks, Lex. Cherry Skittles water is amazing. Then you have Clapper Newell 17th. He's been recently to the pit lane, as has the 44 of Evan Clapper. He's trying to unlap himself. Going by second place, Jarrett Talmadge. We're going to get another hydrate in here. Thanks, Cody. Jeremy Scherer, last car still running. 19th, 2 laps down. All these cars still on the track can make it to the end. Lilith Peters hits the pit lane. 0-1 car. First of our cars at pit when that last caution come down. 0-1. To our box. Blake enjoying that 3-second gap over Jarrett Talmadge. Another 3 seconds to Alec Hendricks. Cleaver, and then Grindel in the top 5. Cliff Mullins is peeled off in the 37, which should be his final stop of the race. I don't know, it'd be a tall order. But if Edwards can make it almost 60, if they save fuel, they should be able to make it. Daniel Llewellyn, oh my gosh, that got scary. Blake Giglio, Lilith Peters going by on the inside to unlap herself from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. So Llewellyn just went a lap down in the 23. There's the 44 of Evan Clapper, also to go from 2 to 1 laps down. Peter Therio hits the pit lane in the Schweppes ginger ale car. Now pit road, a very busy place. Vasquez, Scott Elston, Ethan Evers, Daniel Llewellyn stays on track, goes by them all. Jay Richter on the pit lane. J.R. Deal, also down on the pit lane in the 9. That leaves about 11 cars left to pit. Scott Elston already on the pit lane. Alec Hendricks in the 12 into his box. Looks like that'll leave 6 cars that still need to pit. Alec Hendricks being the 7th, so Llewellyn, Montrose, Harry Grindel, Cody Cleaver, Jarrett Talmadge, and Blake Giglio. Blake's coming now. 16 of Blake Giglio, race leader. Heading to the pit lane. Talmadge, oh my gosh, he almost hit the end of the pit lane. Talmadge gets on there. That was scary. Cleaver, going to stay out another lap. Doesn't lead that lap as leader had already gone by on the pit lane. Maybe trying to get a lap lead for his playoff fight. The caution were to come out right now, my goodness, that would trap so many cars a lap down. Mike Edwards now shown in 4th. He's going to have to save a lot of fuel to make it to the end. Cody Cleaver hits the pit lane. See if Harry comes down this lap as well. Harry will. I believe that'll give Cody Cleaver a lap led at 1 pit road. Since Giglio's far enough back that I don't think he'll be able to pass him before he gets to the pit line. There's Harry making his way, and there is Giglio. He crosses the start finish. So Cleaver does get that extra bonus point. Now Blake Giglio returns to the lead. Has 1 second over Mike Edwards. Has 12 lap fresher tires. And Blake doesn't have to save fuel as much to make it to the end. Alec Andrix now shows in 3rd. Lilith Peters 4th. Evan Clapper 5th. Peter Therio in 6th. Montrose fresh tires in 7th. Only 3 laps on his rubber. Should see the 1 car start to surge some. And you have Vasquez and Cleaver. Cleaver trying to get by. Cleaver just out of the pit lane. Long green flag run at Iowa on a short track. Not something you expect to see too often. We've gone through a cycle of green flag pit stops. We've had 1 caution. Blake Giglio, your leader, over Mike Edwards in 2nd. Alec Andrix is starting to catch Edwards. He's got 10 lap fresher tires. You have Peters 4th, Evan Clapper 5th, Therio is 6th, Montrose 7th, Cody Cleaver in 8th. Brandon Vasquez 9th, Ethan Evers in 10th. Jeremy Scherer is 11th. Cliff Mullins 12th. Scott Elston 13th. Jay Richter 14th. Harry Grindell in 15th. Daniel Wallen 16th. Grindell is 1 lap down. It's right on the back bumper of Blake Giglio. Currently be the lucky dog if the yellow came out. He may fancy getting back on the lead lap the hard way. He's right on our leader's back bumper. Looks like he'll go to the outside. Blake kind of lifts off the throttle a little bit so he doesn't have to fight with him much. Harry gets back on a lead lap. So now 15 cars on a lead lap. Llewellyn becomes the lucky dog spot as Cliff Mullins goes for a slide. Cliff hangs on to it. Nice save for Cliff. JR Deal on the outside. Deal is a lap down in 17th. You have Jarrett Talmadge. Talmadge got a penalty for his pit entry. Talmadge falls all the way to 18th, 1 lap down. Probably kicking himself as Plant Sim cars both struggling tonight. The 3 of Thomas Green having that connection issue, just getting back on track now, 41 laps down. He'll be able to get up to 20th and pass Rybachuk, but that's probably the only spot Thomas Green will gain. And then Jarrett Talmadge with the pit penalty. 54-second stop puts him a lap down in 18th after pitting out of the top 5. That's rough. You have Jeremy Clapper Newell, 19th place, 2 laps down. Daniel Suarez car. There is Thomas Green back on track. 91 and 3, 2 of the fastest cars tonight, currently 18th and 21st. The issues they've been having. Blake's lead now 4 seconds over Andrix as Edwards has fallen to 3rd and is falling back into the clutches of the 0-1 of Lilith Peters. I imagine Edwards just trying to make it to the end. He has to save a lot more fuel than all the cars around him to make it. Guess the telltale sign will be Evan Clapper Clapper currently 5th. He has to save 2 more laps than Edwards does. So if the 44 can make it, then so can Edwards. Peters gets by Michael Edwards. Takes over the 3rd spot. Currently our highest running playoff car. Then you have Edwards in 4th, Montrose in 6th. About to take away the spot from Evan Clapper, move up into 5th. So now playoff cars 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And you have Cleaver in 7th, Evers in 9th, Harry Grindell 14th, Jarrett Talmadge 17th, and Thomas Green 21st. That's where our 8 playoff cars are right now. Closest battles on track seem to be Cliff Mullins, Scott Elston, Jay Richter, Harry Grindell, Evan Clapper, Cody Cleaver. All those groups in close proximity. Richter and Grindell side by side. Rolling through turns 1 and 2 as we get to 30 laps to go. Grindell on the outside of Richter picks up that 13th spot. He'll set off after Scott Elston, who's just ahead. As you see Elston and Mullins, so Grindell 2 more spots he can pick up. That'll move him up to 11th. Elston's trying to work over Mullins. Here comes Harry Grindell to join the fight. JR Deal in the 9 car has decided to retire for the evening. Appreciate the raid, my guy. 9 viewers for the 9 car coming on over. Welcome on in, everybody. Guessing JR not liking one of my favorite tracks. Love this place. So Elston and Mullins side by side for that 11th spot now. Grindell trying to figure out which way he wants to go as Elston loses it back into the car. Grindell going to take that spot away. Jay Richter also going to pass Elston, move into 13th. Now here he can set to work on the 37, gets to the inside out of turn number 2. He'll charge the entry low into 3 like Blake Giglio's been doing. Should be able to clear Cliff off the corner. Cliff does not contest. Fuck that track and fuck that car, says the 9 of JR Deal. Love this track. So playoff driver Grindell up to 11th as he just picked up 3 spots, and he looked not too far behind him. There is race leader Blake Giglio. Trying to put the 13th place car of Richter a lap down. Richter bounces it off the fence, should give Giglio no trouble. There is Thomas Green. He has made enough laps to pass Rieberchak, so Green up into 20th. 41 laps down with the car problems. Blake tries to lap Cliff Mullins. Mullins out of shape out of 4. Giglio to the inside into 1 and 2. Blake has a 4.5 second lead over the 12 of Alec Andrix. Then you have Lilith Peters 3rd. Mike Edwards running in 4th. Cody Cleaver and Ian Montrose are catching Mike Edwards. Those 3 cars, all teammates, all in the playoffs. Mikey probably going to have to let them go if he's going to try and milk this thing to the end on fuel. He's probably already having to do the lift and coast and clutching it on the corners. That'll let Cleaver into 4th. Montrose once again 5th, as he had been 5th before Cleaver took it away from him. Edwards now 6th. Therio in 7th. Evan Clapper 8th. Ethan Evers in 9th. Harry Grindell 10th. Then a lap down, battling for Lucky Dogs, Cliff Mullins and Jerry Scher. Jay Richter, all 3 of those cars, and Elson, all 4 of those cars. Battle for position. That is the fight for the Lucky Dog. We're having a good time there. Mullins currently holding that 11th spot. So long as Harry Grindell stays on the lead lap, this is the fight for the Lucky Dog with 20 laps to go. Harry 2 cars ahead of race leader Blake Giglio. Here at Talmadge, Daniel Llewellyn. Talmadge trying to come back from that penalty. This would be for the 16th spot for Talmadge. They both run up on the back of 8th place car, Evan Clapper in the 44. He gets out of shape, gives the top lane to the 91. Daniel Llewellyn gets kind of pinched behind him. You see the handling going away on the 44. Gets passed by 2 lapped cars. Talmadge takes over that 16th spot from Llewellyn. Richter now leads that Lucky Dog fight, ahead of Mullins and Elston. Nothing changed out front. Giglio is way out in front by 6 seconds over Alec Andrix. Another 5 back to Lilith Peters. 2.5 to Cleaver. Second back to Montrose. Second back to Edwards. Then almost 2 seconds to Peter Therio. 3 seconds to Evan Clapper. So top of the field very spread out. But there's Harry Grindell and Ethan Evers. So they work around Blake Giglio, the leader. Grindell gets up in the 9th. Evers drops to 10th. Blake's trying to put the 9th place car a lap down. Flexing that muscle. 16 car has a lot of speed tonight. Elston and Mullins still battling for 12th spot. So now your Lucky Dog spot is Harry Grindell. Before long, Harry will be able to battle the 44 of Evan Clapper as the 44's handling is going away late in the run. Leader Giglio trying to put the 44 a lap down. Does so with ease, and Harry Grindell going to try to take the spot. Be opportunistic, jumps to the bottom in 3. And Harry moves up to the 8th spot. Nice recovery so far for Harry. Evan Clapper could be trying to save the fuel too to make it at the end. Another thing to keep an eye on for the 44 team. Remember, he is 2 laps worse than Mike Edwards is. There is Edwards. He had to hit right at halfway, which means he was on pit road. The lap they gave out the points, and he did not get any points for halfway. Peter Therio has caught the 14. Therio may have just tagged the wall coming out of 4. Got big time out of shape. Looks like Jeremy Scher rolling off the pit lane. Decided he could not make it to the end. He falls 2 laps down, 18th. Therio around the outside of Edwards, moves up to 6th. Edwards down to 7th. Edwards now has about 4 seconds back to Harry Grindell, who's been on a charge as of late. Blake has 9 seconds on the field. Works to the inside of Llewellyn, put him 2 laps down. Jeremy Shearer just ahead would be going 3 laps down. Blake really doesn't have to push the issue. He could give up about a second a lap and still be fine. See the teammates up ahead, Thomas Green, Jarrett Talmadge. What a night they could have had tonight for these two, but Talmadge with the speeding penalty and Thomas Green with the technical issues. 3 car fell 40 laps behind. Jarrett Talmadge 15th, 1 lap down. Let's check in on the rest of our playoff field with 8 to go. Lilith Peters, the best of them, in 3rd. Then you have Cleaver in 4th, Montrose in 5th. Mike Edwards trying to hang on, currently in 7th as he gets passed by the 3 and 91. None of that for position. Next car to pass him for positions, Harry Grindell in 8th, which is another one of our playoff drivers. Ethan Evers currently 9th, just ahead of Scott Elston. And then you have Talmadge, who's gotten by Llewellyn. Picked him up a spot, now 14th. It's like Evan Clapper's car has disappeared. Might not be the worst thing for Edwards to go a lap down here. It's one last lap. He has to make it on fuel. Probably thinking that. All he has to do is stay ahead of Grindell. Saw Grindell, the red car, not too far behind. So Giglio passing Edwards may help Mike. Or that 44 car was one of those ones we were worried about on fuel. It looks like he didn't make it and has decided to leave the race. Finish 18th. Edwards trying to avoid a similar fate. Giglio rolls 3 and 4. Be 3 laps to go when he gets to the line. Just 3 laps left from Iowa. Andrix is second. If you're looking for any kind of battle, Clafford Newell is near Jeremy Shearer. And Brandon Vasquez is not too far from Cliff Mullins. And that's about all we got. Everybody else is spread out, and really the drama is, can the 14 car make it to the end? Hang on to a 7th place finish, or is he going to plummet down the order down to 17th if he runs out of fuel? Two laps to go for the fuel in that 14 car. He's got about a second over Harry Grindell. That's the other thing he has to watch if he can lose that spot. Blake's going to come off turn number 4, see the white flag in the air. Final lap. He won't see the caution ruin his 12-second lead. Gets to the inside of Ian Montrose in 5th. Montrose not too unpleased about that. Alec Andrix finally takes the white flag. Comes Giglio through turns 3 and 4. He'll come off turn number 4. See the checker flag in the air. Blake Giglio will win at Iowa. 14 car crosses the line basically out of fuel. Nicely done in the 14 camp. He'll get that 7th place. Not bad for that pit strategy he was stuck on. Stereo comes and plows into the back of the 1. And then Talmadge gets in the back of the 1. What did Ian do to everybody?
You like that push on the restart, Jared?
Giglio gets turned by Stereo. Blake Giglio, your winner. See if we can track him down in the voice chat. What?
Oh, I had to heat my rear tires up for the next one.
Blake, DG, got it?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well, especially well for you with the 13-second lead for the win tonight. How is it out there? Look like you're just kind of on cruise control the whole second half of the race.
Yeah, I knew when the 12 was making fun of me about the setup, I had to, really take tonight serious, so I took it serious. Did what I had to do, saved my tire, and drove away.
Perfect. So tell us about this picking on you about the setup.
Yeah, I was asking who made it because I couldn't get. It was just kind of crazy, weird feeling. Like it was odd. I think it was just. I knew it was obviously played with a little bit and felt a little different. So I asked who made it, and he said when, and I said all right. So
Fair enough.
I hit him with the wah after I beat him by 13 seconds.
Very nice. Well done with the butt kicking you just put on him in the Alex Bowman hat car.
Yep. Well, at least I wasn't hacked. So.
All right, bud. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Yeah, shout out to broadcasting, Artemis, Low Drag, CDC Racing, everyone that puts on the series, Fleet for sponsoring the series. I was in chat there with Harry and Cliff and Daniels. Shout out to those guys tonight. Everyone that helps out every week and that's normally on the car. If I miss anybody, so I think we got it.
All right, good job. Enjoy the rest of
Make
your
sure
night.
to ask him. Make sure to ask him.
Ask him about the setup or what?
Ask him about yeah. Just see what he says.
You know what? Just for fun, let's do it this way.
All right. Oh yeah, that's good.
Hey, Alec, Blake has a question.
What's your question?
How's the setup?
What? What do you mean?
How's the setup?
The setup? The car setup?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Okay.
It was better than the default. The default was some
Okay.
buns.
Yeah, was it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why are you saying it like that?
I was just curious.
Apparently,
Oh,
Blake
okay.
took offense to how you said
Yeah.
something about the setup earlier. So like he basically dedicated this 13-second win to you.
Yeah.
What? Did I say anything about the setup ever?
No, you're making fun of me because I was talking about the setup.
I probably just saw your mic heat up and just went, wah! Wah!
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I just assumed you were probably whining about something.
Yeah, well.
Funny I decided to show up to this interview and not the other one, though.
What?
Because, I mean, you lost at Richmond, and, you were nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, I actually took a shit after that race.
Yeah, you took a shit in the race, too.
Yeah, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, we can compare stats sometime. It's fine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, when I have more than 3 races, we can also compare stats.
Yeah, well, we can look at win percentages, top 5 percentages, whatever.
Okay. Dude, I'm winning the Street Stock Championship next year.
Congrats.
And that's enough of that. All right, go ahead and hit me with
well-
the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs.
Yeah, I kind of hit them all, and have fun in the next interview.
Yeah, perfect. All right, bud. Get on out of here and have a great night.
Thanks.
Just go leave Blake in that chat. Go jump in a different one. All right, now it's just you.
Oh, we're back? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I had to finish his interview, and now it's all your interview.
Yeah.
Second
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
You know how it goes. All right. So
Yeah.
we looks like we had a strong run tonight. Best of the rest behind Giglio. How was it out there tonight?
Oh my god, it was great. I mean, we had a horrible start to the race. I was back in like 15th, decided to pit for tires when I think only one other car did. And I mean, that just got me, that catapulted me all the way up to 3rd before green flag pit stops. Went in, got out nice and clean. Michael Edwards didn't have enough to make it on fuel and his tires were older, so I just cruised on past him and cruised to do a nice 2nd place finish. My personal best. Not the greatest at this next gen race and stuff, but personal best so far.
I mean, that's all you can do is improve all the time, right?
Of course. We'll get the win someday.
It'll come. It'll come. Even my dumb butt won a race, so you know. All right. Well, you got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us this week.
Oh yeah, my team, the Bean team. We're on the come up right now. We're on the come up. 2 races in a row. We finished 2 cars in the top 3. Great effort overall. Getting a little bit farther in those playoffs. I think she gained a bunch of points on the cut line, so that's always good.
10-4. Congrats on that strong 2nd place run tonight, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Alec Hendricks in the 26 brings 26 in. I'm looking at my own name. Been that kind of night. Anyway, Alec Hendricks brings it home in P2, and then we'll go grab Lilith Peters. Lilith, DG, you got a copy?
Hi.
Hello. Well, best finishing playoff driver tonight. That has to feel good, has to count for something. How do we feel about the run tonight?
I feel good. I'm so glad. I think Cody changed the setup because it was dog water before, and this was fun.
Ethan.
Thank
Ethan
God.
runs the series.
Ethan
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Cody was the reason he went in and tested it, but yeah, Ethan actually had to go along with it, so he was like, okay, let's do it. So yeah, that's why
Yeah,
we
that
got
was a
this.
goated decision for sure, and we had a good race, even though there's a random self spin in the back. Besides that, it was good.
Yeah, there's a couple folks, Reaper Chalk and Stillwell, but they're not usually that competitive, so not too surprising to see them struggle a little bit early on, and then went ahead and parked the cars, and thankfully did not bring out extra yellows. Looked like you had a couple of moments off of turn number 2. What was all that about?
I had like 10 moments.
Jeez.
I was just trying to stay ahead of Cody, and then early in the race, I was trying to pass people, but I suck at that.
Yeah, you're supposed to just keep it on track and let them wreck, and that's how you pass them.
Yeah.
It's always my
seriously.
strategy.
Well, anyway, I'll take the third.
You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us this week?
Thanks to my teammates Alec and Peter, Team the Bean Team. Second and third is pretty big. I'll thank the sponsor, Luna Steak Sauce. You can get it at foxfirefoods.com. Thanks for broadcasting, Jonathan.
10-4. All right, well, congrats on your third place run tonight. Best of the playoff cars, and we'll see how the points stack up a little later on, and we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you. Bye. I hate Talladega.
Okay, bye. Let's go to Talladega next week. All right, that'll do it for Iowa. Let's go ahead and check out our final results pages. Of course, we have Giglio with the win, Andrix and Peters in the top 3, Cleaver and Montrose the top 5, Therio, Edwards, Grindel, Elston, and Evers round out your top 10. Look at those lap downs all the way up to 4 cars left on a lead lap. Blake Giglio really put it on him tonight. Long green flag run, had that one caution like lap 15, and that was it. Jay Richter, Cliff Mullins, Brandon Vasquez, Jarrett Thomas, Daniel Wall, and Jeremy Scherer, Jeremy Clapper Newell, Evan Clapper, J.R. Deal, Thomas Green. And our final page, Dan Reaper Chalk, Tyler Stillwell get credit for starting the race. Frank Hughes never did get out there. So thanks to everyone coming by tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. Run through our sponsor slides, get the bills paid. We can get on out of here and enjoy the rest of our night. 911 Fleet Services did our race you just watched for the Cup Series on Wednesday nights. Cave City Roleplay will do our race tomorrow for the Truck Series. Then we have Fort Worth Screen Printing does our Tuesday night Xfinity Series. FSM Customs for our Friday night IMSA Series. Then we have GoldenEagleSyrup.com doing our Friday Super Speedway Series. Always tight finishes over there. It's fun to check out. Light of My Life Candles. They give away a candle every Tuesday night during the Xfinity Series, so come on by if you want to win a free candle. M9 Performance finishes up Tuesday on the Modified Series, late night Tuesday. Steed Tombstone Game Farm does our Sunday Street Stocks. I believe we have that broadcast this week. Spit of Venom Podcast does our Arkham Monday series. 1023 Graphics starts us off on Tuesdays with the Dirt Street Stocks. Appreciate all of our sponsors to help things go around here. Appreciate each and every one of you hanging out, watching it, and getting content out there for us. We appreciate you so much. Have a great, wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you back here next week for the finale of the round of 8 for the Cup Series. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.